Towards a Theory of Change for Community-Based Research Projects by Janzen, Joanna, Ochocka, and Alethea, Stobbe. A program theory of change is an explicit model of how any social intervention contributes to its intended outcomes. It describes how various activities carried out by a particular group should lead to observable change. There are three key features of theories of change. 1. A theory of change is context-specific. It's primarily concerned with describing a particular intervention rather than its generalizability. 2. A theory of change is aspirational. It describes what is anticipated rather than what actually happened. 3. A theory of change is developmental. It deepens and evolves over time. Developing a better understanding of the shared theory of change underlying community-based research projects would be useful because it would offer concept clarification, a guide to action, as well as quality assessment. There are three hallmarks which help to define community-based research. 1. It is community-driven. 2. It is participatory. And 3. It is action-oriented. Community-based research has three main functions: knowledge integration, knowledge mobilization, and community mobilization. So what is the initial theory of change for community-based research? Our theory of change focuses on two common elements found in most theories of change: activities and outcomes, while also suggesting some sample indicators that could help to assess the extent to which intended outcomes have been reached. Activities refers to the set of actions that a particular intervention intends to carry out. The actions are to be implemented because it is believed that they will lead to some kind of concrete change or outcome. These actions are typically organized in groups of activities called main components. Our proposed theory of change for community-based research involves four main components, which describe the research process. The four components are: 1. Laying the foundation for research, which involves identifying the purpose of research and negotiating goals and roles. 2. Planning, determining the research questions and methods for collecting information. 3. Information gathering, analysis, and interpretation. And 4. Acting on findings, which also means mobilizing and sharing the information. These four components are envisioned as non-linear and repeated, constantly adapting to an emerging context and ongoing learning. The components include both technical and relational aspects of collaborative research. Outcomes refer to the changes that are anticipated to occur when the activities are implemented as expected. The anticipated outcomes of a typical community-based research project can be grouped together in three main categories. The first is research process. Outcomes related to research process stress that research partners should be striving to improve how they carry out a given research project. This is based on the premise that community-based research is research with people, not on people. In a community-based research project, anticipated process outcomes would be greater relevance of research to communities and more meaningful participation of stakeholders. The second category is research rigor outcomes. These speak to research design as the practical scaffolding needed to conduct research of quality. An anticipated research rigor outcome of a CBR project would be more meaningful and useful data and interpretations. The final category is research impact outcomes. These address the utilization focus of community-based research. Research is more impactful when research partners share their newly co-produced knowledge in an ongoing way. Anticipated research impact outcomes of a CBR project are greater mobilization of knowledge and greater mobilization of people, culminating in more societal issues being addressed through research. Finally, indicators are signs, actual things you can see or hear, that provide evidence that something has been achieved. Indicators can be quantitative or qualitative and must be relevant, appropriate, measurable, reportable, comparable, and verifiable. For example, an indicator that provides evidence that community members are engaged in the research could be a clear list of the groups of people who have a stake in the issue. Collaboratively building a theory of change for community-based research would bring together greater shared clarity to what is meant by community-based research, as well as providing a common framework when assessing the quality of community-based research projects. Such assessment could be very useful for researchers, funders, practitioners, and end users of community-based research who wish to ensure high-quality, impactful, and relevant research.